I'd like to start by welcoming you all on behalf of Simon and Natasha and this very important young lady here. And I'd like to thank you all on their behalf for joining them today. And I hope that you all enjoy today's celebrations and take happy memories away with you.
You are unique, my child, a wonderful addition to life, but there is no one else like you. You are important. Believe it. Know it. Search your heart and be willing to try new things. Don't be afraid to be different. Follow your feelings and be proud. Be happy. Reflect your feelings, your hopes and your dreams. You have much to contribute and other people can learn from you. Take your time and please don't hurry. You must reach out and help others to grow, for the more you give, the more you receive. Your time on earth is a measure of progress, year by year, for each year will represent new and different opportunities. Enjoy what is beautiful in life, my child, and try to achieve the highest goals in life, to love, to care, to give, to share.
So I walked into the living room one afternoon after my parents had called me, and I replied with a typical teenage grunt, ignoring their loud voices. And then I saw it, the massive grins that both of my parents were trying to hide behind their closed mouths, and I realised. I'd had my suspicions for a while at this point, as my ever subtle mother had kept referring to a hypothetical baby in all of our daily situations for the last few weeks, such as, how would we get to the toilet here if we had a baby with us, when we were cramped in a particularly strange-shaped toilet on a holiday the week before? But this made it official. We told the grandparents and the rest of the family a few weeks later, and before we knew it, the baby excitement had encased us all. Wednesday nights became baby night, as Mum and Dad ran out to NCT in order to revise how on earth to bring up the newly named Pop. However, throughout all of this, the thing that amazed me the most occurred in the afternoon of the sweltering heat in August 2011. I caught my dad, with a paintbrush in his hand, painting the walls of Lucy's bedroom, and I was speechless. DIY and my dad, those things are not normally spoken together. But suddenly he had created the most amazing nursery from a small square belonging to a teenager's bedroom, and it became real. The postman soon became a great friend on first name terms as he delivered parcel after parcel containing tiny vests or little blankets that I was convinced wouldn't even cover the baby's foot, never mind her whole body. And as the weather got colder, Mum got a lot bigger, and soon she chose to spend her evenings lying on the sofa. Okay, no she didn't. She chose to spend all of her time pulling furniture around the house, doing 10-mile walks, and basically doing everything she absolutely should not be doing, but that doesn't surprise any of us. As her 42 weeks arrived, Dad and I were ready to do a dramatic rush to the hospital. But Mum just laughed off our daydreams of police-escorted dashes down the M40 and reminded us that we weren't in a film and this was real life. 42 weeks came and went, and Mum grew and grew, but not quite keeping up with the speed of my impatience. I was ready, and Lucy was most definitely not. I risked it one night and went to a wedding, ready to stay at a friend's afterwards. But before I knew it, I was picked up by my friend's mum and was told completely casually that I had a baby sister and would be going to see her in the morning. Suffice to say, I didn't sleep that night. I went to meet Lucy for the first time, and I was completely amazed. How did this little tiny thing end up as part of our crazy, disorganised family life? She was amazing. Luckily, she didn't stay tiny for long, and I think if you will look at those little thighs there, you'll understand. So, Lucy, I want you to know that we're all in the gutter, but only some of us are able to look up at the stars.
Thank you ever so much, that was lovely.
Lucy, we promise to raise you to always think of other people, to be kind, be gentle, be grateful, and to strive to always be the best that you can in everything that you do. Children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life does not go backwards, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer seeks the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might. But his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hands be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Thank you.
Lovely.
Okay, Lucy, I promised to share my positive and uplifting outlook on life with you. Life is what you make it, and don't let anybody convince you that something you want to achieve is impossible. I promise to support you in all you do and inspire your imagination to help fulfil your dreams. I'll also promise to introduce you to the land of glitter and sparkle, fairies and unicorns, and of course, shoes and handbags.
I promise to be a role model to Lucy. I will guide her through life's challenges with the same wisdom that I've been surrounded with throughout my life. I promise to care for Lucy and be there for her when she has managed to get herself into trouble, which I do suspect for her and her little friend Amy over there will be a promise that I use regularly. I promise to teach her how to treat others with kindness and respect. I promise to accept any life choices that Lucy makes, as I understand that she is her own individual and needs to spend her life doing what she wants to do, not what I or others want her to do. I promise to be there for Lucy, to listen to her and to advise her if necessary, although I encourage her to make her own decisions. And most of all, I promise to be there for Lucy, supporting her, and although I can't promise to be perfect, I can promise to try my best for her.
Lucy, we promise to help you live your life to the full, not be hindered by your inhibitions, but to pursue your dreams and aspirations. We'll guide you when you need direction and support you should you falter. Most importantly, however, we will show you how to have fun, enjoy life, and overcome adversity.
In the raising of Lucy.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Together anyway.
Thank you very much. Perhaps if I could ask the, put that back in. Fantastic, thank you very much, thank you.
Dear Lucy, the most important thing we could ask of you is to treat others the way you'd like them to treat you. Go through life with a sunny disposition and be kind to those around you. Most of the time it'll rub off and your kindness will spread like sunshine. Sometimes you be kind to people and they'll be mean back to you, but don't worry about them. They're the ones who most needed somebody to be kind to them today. Enjoy everything you have, but try not to take it for granted. Always make room in your heart for people less fortunate than you. You'll lead a big heart because there are lots of them. Remember that everyone around you is a person like you. And just like you, they have joys and worries, love and despair, good days and bad days. Put yourself in their shoes and see the world through their eyes. It'll help you to understand the people around you and to appreciate the person that you are. Take inspiration from those around you. Look to the people who love you and make you happy for guidance. Follow in your big sister's footsteps and you won't go far wrong. The people in this room are here today because they love you. You have wonderful family and friends behind you, willing you on through life. So enjoy it, take care, have fun, and be happy.
Everywhere. Where are you going? Down. Look, giving Carly a hug.